Welcome back to Overland, and on this episode we're going to pick up where we left off on our multi-part series of the 2020 Overland trip with my children. The last episode we were approaching the Grand Canyon. We're going to go ahead and check out the Grand Canyon, Death Valley, a couple other places, and then we're going to end this episode pretty much at a point to where we took a break for about 2 weeks because of the uptick in C19. So let's go ahead and head into the Grand Canyon. How you doing? Huh? Yeah. Do you have maps?
Right over there on the wall.
Right over there on the wall. Oh. Park right here. We're gonna go check it out. So we just got to the Grand Canyon, went through. We're going to a visitor center. It's all limited services. I think it's all kind of closed. And then there's a lookout point. So I think first we're going to go to the canyon rim and check it out, and then we'll go to the visitor center after that.
Down there.
The Colorado River.
Sure.
So we just saw the Grand Canyon. I think we made a decision to go ahead and push on out west. We'll come back by the Grand Canyon on our way home. We're on the way taking the girls home. But there's a lot of people here. It's hard to social distance, and because of kind of the fast pace of the trip, I haven't had enough time to really plan some off the beaten path routes. So what I'm going to do is we're going to push west. I'm going to, in between now and the end of the month, I'm going to start planning some off-beaten routes that we can come back to, and we'll revisit it. We're also going to push past Hoover Dam, Lake Mead, and Vegas, and we'll revisit them too. We're just going to go ahead and push to California, I think. So we're just south of Death Valley right over there, but we're a little oasis area out here. There's some dunes out here. We're just taking a little quick hike. I don't know, probably about 10 minutes in, just kind of looking at the area. So it's Saturday, July 4th, 2020, and we're in Death Valley National Park in Southern California. And we tried to come here yesterday. My daughter had an allergic reaction to a canine that was with us. So we went back to the fifth wheel in Fort Irwin, kind of reset, got someone to watch the dog, and then came back out here today. It's extremely hot, like 107 degrees. The wind's blowing, but it's like a big hairdryer just blowing on top of you. So we're gonna check out Death Valley. Probably gonna head up to Noyo National Forest to camp because it's supposed to be like 20 degrees cooler at night. So a little bit of elevation. But before that, we're gonna go check out the Ashford Basin, the lowest point in North America, and a couple of the other hot spots. Head up to Noyo tonight, camp, and then come back down to Death Valley for the next, do that kind of, that cycle for the next 2 days, just kind of exploring Death Valley. This is the old Ashford mine in Death Valley. Initially it was used for mining gold, built in 1905. And then in 1915 it was converted to iron ore production, but within a year they shut down the mill. And it's just kind of been here, weathering down over time. So Death Valley is negative 282 feet. The Salton Sea in California is negative 227, negative 151, 180. Oh wow.
So I think the Dead Sea.
Yeah, that's really low. That's crazy. Oh no, look here. Oh, never mind. I thought that was 2000. No.
No,
Yep.
that one.
Hmm.
And then I would say
Oh look, he's gonna do something.
water, like we just like flip over and like, you know. I mean, you know, we do a hand.
Okay.
And it tells you how much the surface is. It probably hurt to touch it.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's out of the water. Maybe we should go get sprayed with the water
Yeah.
and then walk out.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get suntan today.
So we're at the lowest point in North America, about 283 below sea level. In fact, sea level is right above me. You can see a sign up there. Other than being crazy hot, it's about 117 degrees right now, and the bathrooms are kind of stinky. It's a beautiful view. If you touch the ground, though, I mean, you can't touch the ground with your bare hand. It will burn it. That's how hot it is out here. But definitely a place worth checking out. I think from here we're going to head on up to Noyo National Forest, higher elevation, cooler temperatures, set up camp for the night, and then come back down into Death Valley tomorrow. So we're looking for a route using Gaia, and we kind of figured out that we need to go down and around here to get up to the National Forest where we want to camp. Let's see if Onyx can offer any better solution or give us any more insight. Now I downloaded their maps, so it should be offline. So here we are, and like I said, I downloaded the maps, but the maps I downloaded were medium resolution. To do the high resolution, you have to do these very, very small. There we go. So it's loaded. Now I do have 3G right now, so I think that's why I just loaded that. But this is the higher resolution map that I didn't download because it's such a small area that you have to do 50 of them to cover Death Valley. So we're wanting to get up over here, and there is some roads that if we kept going straight, looks like we could possibly cut around all the way into the National Forest here. Death Valley Road. So I'm not sure if we're going to try that or not, but this is what Onyx looks like versus, and that's the only layers that options that you have whereas Gaia, 100 different layer options, but these are the layers I have turned on right now, which shows me national parks, BLM land, and that same road, which this is all downloaded, shows up right here. And this is that road that isn't, it's not as prominent, you have to zoom in, but it's Blue Pine Road that goes all the way up to the north, cuts back down and over into the area that we're looking to get to. Something tells me that this might be, if it's a dirt road, this might take 5 hours in itself just to do this. So the other option we have is to go to the south here, following this road, and then kind of skirt up and hit either National Forest down here, the Golden Trout Wilderness, or up here to Inyo National Forest. So I'm using kind of both to see, but so far Gaia has been kind of more reliable for what I normally do.
That's a tough one.
Alabama Hills, Campground, Whitney Portal, Lone Pine. It says there's a road that goes left, like right here. But it's not here. It used to be right there.
Yeah, that says stay on track.
Oh, look.
Ooh, is that the moon?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So the moon is rising right now over the horizon. We're in Alabama Hills BLM recreation area trying to find a spot to camp for the night, just to the west of Death Valley National Park. Look to the left and all of a sudden the moon just was coming up. Crazy. Good morning, it's July 5th, 2020. It's a beautiful morning, calm and quiet. I got up at sunrise, just watched the sun come up. Everyone else is still asleep. I think today we're going to be kind of skirting the western portion of Death Valley, between the Sierras and Death Valley, kind of skirt it down, and we may head down to Joshua Tree today. The original plan was to go back into Death Valley, but it was just so hot yesterday that, and we got to see a good portion of it, but I think we might just go ahead and work our way down to Joshua Tree. It's about a 4-hour drive, but we'll see. Kind of somewhere in that range between where we're at here in Alabama Hills recreation area and Mojave Preserve and Joshua Trees, where we're going to wind up. It's beautiful out here. I can highly recommend the Alabama Hills recreation area. There are some places it was packed in the areas to where you can easily get to. It's packed, but the area where we're at, you have to have a high clearance 4-wheel drive vehicle. There's no other way you're going to make it out here. And it's near the Alabama Hills trailhead. So if you look on Gaia, you'll see it. It's clearly marked. Most of the roads are marked. There's some roads that are marked that have been shut down, and they have a lot of the areas kind of cordoned off to let the vegetation regrow. But where we're at, there's one vehicle about 800 meters that away, and then there's a group of vehicles up on the hilltop up there that are, I don't know, probably 500 to 600 meters away. So, but enough spacing out here, and that's the only two other people that are anywhere near where we're at. Everyone else is just way over in the distance. So I got the Joka hot tap hooked up to my onboard water pump, 30-gallon water tank. Ran into the hot tap itself, up on the Kinsman hardware awning, magnetic mount, and then to the shower head. And I've got it turned down to the lowest it'll go, which is about perfect temperature right now. It's almost too perfect, like I don't want to stop using it because it feels so good. So definitely game changer in the backcountry. So I carry a total of 40 gallons on board. I have 30 gallons in my main water tank, and then I have the road shower. The road shower I primarily use just to haul about 10 to 15 gallons. It's about a 10 to 15 gallon tank. It's a 10-gallon tank, but it has a space in there so you can pressurize it. I think it allows for about 5 more gallons. So I just fill that to the brim, and then I just siphon. I don't pressurize it. I just siphon it down to my main water tank. Now I do have my DeWalt air compressor that takes the lithium iron phosphate batteries, and I can pressurize the road shower if I need to use it. And in these, desert temperatures like this, it gets almost too hot during the day, so you'd have to wait till night. But right now I'm just using it as kind of a holding tank to push down into my main tank, and the Joka I use primarily just for everything. It's just it's super easy and just makes life simple, and one of the best investments I've ever made. It is a little pricey, but I definitely think it's worth it. It's bulky too, but again, I have plenty of room because I am full size. So that's just something to consider. So one thing I like about the Nomad system is I have the shower head on right now, and the faucet comes with its own system as well, with an on and off button. But if I don't want to switch out this entire thing, I just simply bring this down, with it off, take off the shower head, and just put the faucet on, and now the faucet turns on. So when I brush my teeth, all I have to do is just set it right here, and then I can brush my teeth. So last time I filled up on water was the Grand Canyon. That was 3 or 4 days ago. So basically for 3 to 4 people, water in Death Valley, washing dishes, cooking, and 2 adult showers. That is all I've used of my 30 gallons, which I've used probably 10 to 12 gallons total. The bulk of that was used this morning for 2 showers, 2 adult showers, and they were more lavish showers than anything else. So taking a shortcut, well, actually a long cut, but traffic's backed up on 395 going from down the Sierras down to LA because everyone is going back for work on Monday. But since we don't have to be back for Catherine until Tuesday, we're gonna go to probably gonna either go to Joshua Tree or Mojave Preserve. We haven't made a mind up. But anyway, long story short, we took a Pembinant Valley road, which is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It skirts Death Valley. Death Valley is just on the other side of this. Right here is BLM land. We come up on this Ballarat. It's a ghost town. Apparently it's somewhere out there. Now there's a radar facility out there of some sort. I don't know what's up with that radar facility. It may be military. I don't know why else a civilian would have a radar facility out here. This is probably some type of alternate landing strip or something. And there's also some buildings way out there. But supposedly there's a ghost town with a couple of things left somewhere out here, just down the way. So we're gonna go see if we can find it real quick. Probably tied to the naval air station, weapons air station, whatever it is, China Lake. Resources. Rigs.
So that must have been where that guy lived. The one that passed away in 68. Right?
Here?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, where would he live?
I don't know.
No one's lived in this town since then. That's what I'm saying.
From the old town of Ballarat, which was from the 1800s. It was a mining town. They got gold and silver out of here. It supported Surprise Canyon, which is 12 miles northeast of here. It had a good run, and there was a big flash flood came through and basically wiped out half of the canyon. And then this was kind of abandoned in the late early 1900s. There was one guy that lived here up until 1968, and he passed away, and then no one's lived here since. This was the old post office. It was closed in 1917. Does it say what this was? Careful, there's glass and stuff. Oh, there's springs from a mattress. I don't know. No. There's an old building of some sort. Oh yeah. I don't know. Can't tell him. Oh, is this a well? Oh yeah. I mean, it's filled in, but yeah. Well, that's been rebuilt probably. I mean, I don't know. In this climate, it could have stayed here. I mean, wood doesn't rot in this climate. Oh, there's Dusty Dan, 1897 to 1948. Survived by 3 wives.
15 offspring.
And 15 offspring and 2 burro and 1 dog. Something tells me that this is not real. Well, someone missed the turn coming down into the valley here. I guess it was in the 1950s when that happened. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. On the next episode, we're going to be heading back towards North Carolina. We're going to go up through Vegas, check it out, Lake Mead, head up through Colorado, Kansas, down into Tennessee, Kentucky area, all the way to North Carolina to where I drop my kids back off. Following on to that, we'll pick up where I moved up into the north part of the United States, up into South Dakota, and then I had a little mishap with my Snap Outfitters treehouse, and that will be probably in the 2 episodes from this episode. We'll finally get caught back up, and then here soon, once I get the treehouse fixed, should it be fixed in a couple of days as I'm filming this, gonna head back up to South Dakota, Montana area and be exploring that for the latter part of summer, early part of fall. So I'll see you in the next episode.